We're just talking about mustard, no big deal. I found out my sister doesn't like mustard, mushrooms, or celery. And I was like, celery? That's a new one. And she was like, it's pointless. And I was like, wait, that might be in fact true. I like celery, but then you think about it, you know, like it doesn't really taste. I like jicama. I like the texture of jicama. Okay, anyways, enough about celery.
Yeah, you guys are making up things now.
Now we're making up stuff. We have a busy show, so let's get started.
Oh man, I wasn't even ready. That's how fast you were.
We are live. Who is ready for some DIYs?
I maybe overfilled a couple of them.
We want you to become empowered to know what you're purchasing because you know that's only going to help you be able to help your family. I'm pointing at my elbows, telling them it drives me crazy. This thing always hangs out. To tuck it away.
Put it away.
I used to not like mustard, but I actually like mustard now a lot. And I used to hate mushrooms, but my husband started cooking a lot, and so I was always tasting the food, and he often cooked with mushrooms, and I have just learned to love mushrooms. Like, I love them now. And I used to like hate them, even the smell of them. Yeah, pretty funny.
Paul told me once that he was allergic to mushrooms, but then I found out that was a lie. He just
Paul
hates
and
them.
Chris, every restaurant they go to, they tell the people that they're allergic to mushrooms. And I say that is a lie. They are not allergic to mushrooms. They are just babies. And if you put mushrooms in their food, they will cry like a bunch of babies. But they will not die or have any allergic reaction whatsoever. It's pretty funny. So we have a busy show for you today. We have our oil of the week that we're talking about. We are going to be giving away some products with our the name game and the friends wall. We have our employee and their favorite oils that we're talking about. We have the new Evoke line and about 1.5 million just about questions that we're going to be answering. So it's a busy show today. So if we're all done talking about mustard and mushrooms, let's see who's joining us. Just kidding. You can keep talking about mushrooms and mustard. And I will read your comments and probably bring it up another 20 or so times in this live. And I'm not exaggerating with anything I'm saying today. We have Nina from Vancouver, Washington, Michelle from New York, Valerie from Florida. We have Tanya from bipolar Florida. The weather hasn't been cooperating. Well, I don't know. They both worked. Yeah. Kathy from New Jersey, Natalie from Southern California, Lynn from New Jersey, Karen from Windy, Texas, Kathy from Kansas, Chantil from Las Vegas, Robin from Chile, Oklahoma, Cecilia says Evoke with a bunch of exclamation points, Suzanne from Texas, Rosalie from North Carolina, Diane says, hey from Connecticut. Hi, Diane. Rachel from Texas, Tracy from snowy Wisconsin, Glinda from Florida, Glinda from Florida, Linda from Florida. I wish there was like a Warwinda from Florida. Sandy from Vermont, Dehala. Oh, I need to know I need to know how you say your name from the Bronx in New York. Rachel from South Carolina. Who do we have joining us on Instagram today?
We have Midwest Catholic says hi from Iowa. Because I give them my all says hello to everyone from North Carolina.
Hello.
Let's see, there's a lot of mustard talk on here. Lisa says hi from Virginia.
Welcome.
Brooke Simmers from Virginia. HBR Mom 81 says hey from snowy Chicago. Stitch Yourself Silly says hello from Norwood, Pennsylvania.
Stitch Yourself Silly. I like it.
Let's see. And we have Jazz Pink from Philadelphia. And DJ Helm says hello from snowy Minnesota.
Welcome. It's snowy, it's windy, it's cold, it's rainy. We have all sorts of, it's bipolar, all sorts of weather happening up in here, you guys. We get it. I mean, we live in Twin Falls, and Twin Falls is known for its pretty crazy weather. You know, one day it's 60 and the next day there's snow on the ground. So we get it. We have some crazy weather here.
Tash is joining from Australia, and they're like the exact opposite
I know.
weather that we're
So
having.
I follow this company, and they're in Australia doing photo shoots right now, and I'm just like drooling every time I see the pictures that they post. So jealous. It's so gorgeous, and it looks so wonderful and warm. I love it. Okay, so
Sarah said, I am evoking a salutation from Ohio.
let's see how many Evoke puns you guys can come up with right here. I saw someone, I think, who was it? I think it was a Carol. I think it was Carol something, say that they have lots of questions. They're excited about all the questions with Evoke. So we have a list of questions that we've gotten from customers, and then hopefully there's a lot of time to do some interaction. So
Let's give Sarah an Evoke, since she kind of started out the puns with Evoke. Should we
okay,
give her, what should we give her? Let's give her the Celebrate set.
celebrate. That's this one.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go,
Celebrate.
Sarah. You get yourself Celebrate Evoke set. Okay,
Sarah Queen.
Sarah Queen.
So
If your other name is Sarah and you got excited, we apologize. It's for Sarah Queen specifically.
yeah, from Facebook.
Okay, so we have some PT friends from Off the Wall today. They are going to get the Plant Therapy Journal, as well as this water bottle. Well, maybe not this one that's in plastic. So a metal water bottle and a PT journal is what we're going to send the PT friends today. And we have king size shake, Simply Chocolate king size shake. That looks like a hot chocolate shake right there. This is from Jody Hodges. She says, hi everyone, I wanted to send this picture that was taken at Hershey Park, Pennsylvania. We live near there and love to go. Hershey Park is everything made out of Hershey chocolate in Hershey Park, Pennsylvania. Except the
Except for
toilet
the
paper.
toilet paper.
The toilet is, just not the toilet paper. That's pretty cool, Jody. Jody, email cs@planttherapy.com, and we will get the journal and the metal water bottle sent to you. I am having a lot of like tongue twisting going on here. And there's like a little marshmallow snowman and a tree and a stocking, like cookie or something on top of that. It's pretty cute.
I could totally go for some delicious.
Everything made out of
Ice cream.
Hershey's chocolate. Oh, wait. Is that where you're going with that? This is from Lindsay Brooks. It's in Hickory, North Carolina. First snowfall of the season. Isn't that maybe the best time of the year? Oh, I love the first snowfall. She says North Carolina basically shuts down when it snows. That's a lot of snow, though. That's a good amount of snow. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks like there's probably like, I don't know, I would say like 4+ inches on the tables and stuff. That's a lot of snow.
It
I
is.
believe it's now, though.
That would,
That's what Danny handwriting one, so I bet that was 2 months ago.
Yeah, that might have been.
well, she said it was the first snowfall, so yeah, it probably was a few months ago. But I think a lot of places would shut down with that amount of snow.
Except for Jerome.
Except for
Jerome,
Jerome.
Idaho never shuts down.
Well, we haven't shut down yet this year either. My husband this morning said, I don't think we're going to have a snowy day this year. He's a superintendent. I'm not a superintendent. I don't know why I said that.
You're dreaming big, Retha.
He's a vice principal at the high school. So, you know, when there's a snow day, he gets off too. Okay, so Lindsay Brooks, email cs@planttherapy.com, and we will also be sending you a journal and a metal water bottle. Congratulations to the two of you.
I just have to read Sarah's comment. This is funny. Sarah, this is another Sarah.
Okay,
But this
another
is-
Sarah.
Sarah Kirchner said, I just got a call from my daughter and told her I could not talk because I was watching PT Live. She was like, what? So I said, I don't have time to talk to you. I'll call you later. With a million of hours I have talked about plant therapy, how could her response be what? Yep, she's trying to make mom angry.
That's
Sarah, you're
fantastic.
awesome.
I want to hear about that conversation when she calls back or when you call her back. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Okay, so our spotlight this week, new spotlight. came out today. It's Geranium Egyptian. It's any size. 15% off with coupon code Spotlight31. Spotlight31. Any questions about Geranium Egyptian?
I do.
Nope. Anybody else? Just kidding.
Is there an intro song to that?
Oh yeah. Oops.
La la la, oil of the week. It's not really a song.
Good job, Danny. My apologies. My sincerest apologies. Laura said she bought hers today. So Geranium Egyptian, it is kid safe. It's really good for a lot of skin types. There's a lot of skin benefits with using Geranium Egyptian. It also can help with a really like stressful day when diffused or inhaled after a long, stressful day. It can help, kind of calm you. What else with Geranium Egyptian? Anybody?
What else does it do?
Yeah. Anybody? Anybody out there? Hey, I dressed up like one for Halloween. Remember that?
What did you say, Mom? Say
Does
that
it smell like
Makes you
the
walk like an
normal
Egyptian.
geranium? I don't know what that means.
Does it smell like geranium bourbon?
Bourbon?
I don't know.
Do we have a
Do we have a bourbon?
bourbon up here? Do we have a bourbon?
Just got geranium bourbon, but now I'm tempted to get Egyptian. While we're getting a bourbon to smell the difference, I did see someone ask about what the PT Friends wall is. Oh no, hold on.
I won't switch it. You can walk on, Mom. Oh.
That was a lie. He totally would have switched it.
I should.
Okay.
She's afraid to walk over there now.
They smell different. Oops. But I saw some people have like gross faces on geranium bourbon. I actually think it smells wonderful. So maybe you shouldn't be asking me. I saw someone was like, "Does it smell like it?" No, I mean it definitely smells different.
Jay says geranium is supposed to be a great tick repellent.
It can be used. Yep, that's true.
As
In
a
some bourbon is
annoyance.
more floral. Let's see if I agree. I don't know. We're doing a test. Yeah, that's probably true. I think it's maybe a little like sweeter, like a sweet floral. I don't know. I actually think it
Like
smells really
donuts?
good, but okay, so 15% off through Tuesday for any size of Geranium Egyptian with coupon code Spotlight31. Smell-o-vision, please. I know we're working really hard to make that possible.
Coming
Okay,
this fall.
name game.
All
Danny,
right, you
Jerry,
guys
are you
ready?
ready?
Here we go. We got a fun
Ooh.
name today. All right.
Oh gosh.
Oh, she wrote it out for me.
feeding me, my me. Name game.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys
let's-
pulled that one together at the end. I'm very proud of you.
It is GP Pipe Booty. I may have
That's
total-
a real name.
It's a real name. It's GP. So I'm sorry, GP. If
Wait,
I,
is this from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube?
Facebook.
this is
Facebook.
This is
Spell it.
GP is GEEPEE, and then Pipe PIPAY, and booty is BUDEH. Now that might be something else, but I think saying booty is fun.
Any excuse you can say booty for. Okay, so name game.
All right, you ready? Let me put up this timer. You got 60
Can
seconds,
Instagram
guys.
see what it is?
Starting
I think so. I zoomed in.
now. 60 seconds.
60 seconds. Tell us what the botanical name is for clove of the bud.
Clove of the bud.
The bud of the clove.
Mm-hmm. You seeing any good guesses there?
I don't have any yet.
Judy said, I didn't know that the singing was live.
Oh man, it is so live.
It's live.
Not all the time. Sometimes it's not live. Clove bud.
Oh,
here we
finally,
go.
the first guess. Holy heck, we must be super delayed today. Shelly Heck says, no idea. Shelly, that's super close, but you just spelled it a little bit wrong.
That is funny. All right.
Wait,
9
Tanya says,
seconds.
"Oh, I suck at this game," and then she copy and pasted what everyone else put. Tanya,
Hey.
you're brilliant.
That works.
I mean, even though clove bud is one that it's a pretty common oil and you
time
see
is
it all
up.
the time, I would not have gotten this one, you guys.
I wouldn't have either.
Which is like, yeah. I mean, when I looked at the botanical name first, and I was like, oh, I have no idea, and then I was like, whoa, that surprises me that I like.
If
Timer
you had
up.
to guess the botanical name, I would have guessed Clovis budicus.
Booticus, so you can say booty again.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right, time is up. And I have good news.
What?
Jesse is here. I mean, he's not here, but he is watching, and he is going to be picking a winner
Oh,
today.
Jesse,
Yay, we
welcome
missed you, Jesse.
back. Welcome back. Let's see. Okay, a lot of you guys did a good job copying and pasting. So, the botanical name is Syzygium or Amaticum. I don't know. That's a cool first name, whatever it is. The genus is pretty cool.
Yum.
Christina Wild 5 says, this may be the next name for my baby.
Is it Sizzy?
Yeah, call her Sizzy for sure.
Sizzy? That's actually kind of cute.
Aromaticum is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a fantasy
Devin
name.
said, where'd Jesse go? Jesse had surgery, but he is back, at least picking a winner.
we
Yes.
really appreciate
Welcome
it,
back,
Ivy.
Jesse. Keep recovering.
Get better fast.
Get better. Everyone wish Jesse some quick recovery.
So Tammy wants to know what
Totally
is
Googled it, Cassandra
Eugenia caryoliphilis.
Huh?
Oh, you got me there. Okay, Jesse is
I have
typing
no
a winner
idea
name
what
right
just
now.
came out of your mouth.
I don't know
Okay,
half the
good.
time either. We have a winner.
Oh, yay, we have a winner. Okay, the winner is from YouTube, and it's Shelby Hutchins. So Shelby Hutchins, congratulations. Did you actually know it, or did you copy and paste, or did you Google? It doesn't matter either way, just curious. But Shelby Hutchins, email cs@planttherapy.com, and we will be sending you a 10 mil clove bud.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Congrazie.
It's a good one.
Clove bud is really good for.
Evoke some questions about Evoke. Well, the number one thing that clove bud is known for is to help with dental pain.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
It's a true story. Well, I'm 99% sure. Is it a true story, Katrina?
Pretty sure that's a true story.
I was like, that's clove bud, right? Like all of a sudden, when I say things and there's a lot of people watching, I think like, did I totally just screw something up? It's a lot of pressure, you guys. Okay, so moving on.
Yes, before we answer questions, we just want to introduce you to Chelsea.
This is Chelsea. Can you guys see? I had her behind the Evoke line. This is Chelsea. What do you think? Chelsea works in fulfillment. It says she likes to diffuse pink grapefruit. I mean, you can tell. Look at that smile, right?
Yeah.
And that's what pink grapefruit is all about. Fir needle is another one of her most favorite in a diffuser. When she feels like she is not feeling well, she likes to use Respirate and a personal inhaler to help her breathe. Chelsea.
Yeah, she's
Everyone
a
say
sweetheart.
hi to Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea. When she first started here, everybody called her Juno. Do you know why?
No, but
you-
Juno?
I know.
From the movie.
No, because she is from Juneau, Alaska. I think.
Oh.
Pretty sure. Man, I feel.
Danny and I are just going to make stuff up the whole time.
I feel really bad if she's watching and she's like, no, that wasn't me. That was Juno.
Apparently Danny doesn't know. Just kidding. Everyone's saying hi to Chelsea. Okay,
All
who's
right.
ready? Here's the big stuff. Here's how we are going to really be insightful. We gave you a little bit of, we weren't quite sure, but we think that's what the oil does. But Evoke. Who is ready to learn more about Evoke? Chelsea. Chelseea. That's how you spell Chelsea. Someone said, did I spell it right?
Well,
That's what was on my screen anyways.
yeah.
Did Chelsea tell you how to spell it?
No.
So we don't
I
know
may
how
have
to spell
spelt
it.
incorrectly.
Chelsea, will you let us know how to spell your name? Okay, so we have some questions that I'm going to go through and answer, and then, you know, depending on time, we will see what other questions you guys have that maybe weren't addressed already. So, first question.
Sorry, it's kind of far away. Can you see it?
Yeah, but it's different than what I expected. I'm not going to have that be the first question. I'm going to have
Okay.
it be more about with the line. So, is the Evoke line, any oils in the Evoke line, are they kid safe, pregnancy, nursing safe? They are not kid safe. Pregnancy and nursing, I have no idea. Anybody, Katrina?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But I'm not positive.
You can email CS at plant, or email the aromatherapist at aromatherapist@planttherapy.com, and they can give you more specific instructions on using it if you have children in your home, or if you're pregnant or nursing, and they can give you some more specific guidelines around that. But they are not kid safe, so the chances of them being pregnancy and nursing safe are slim to none if they're not kid safe. Yeah, so that's what I'm going with. Okay. Another question, so the labels of your Evoke say that the ingredients are natural fragrance. Are they essential oil or are they fragrance oil? They are not what I think a lot of people think of when they think of fragrance. They are all natural ingredients. So the 6 blends that we launched with, the 6 that you see here, they are mostly made up of essential oils, you know, just like from our website, what you're used to, essential oils. There are also some extracts in them, and there are a couple isolates in 1 or 2 of them. But every single ingredient that will be a part and used in our new Evoke line will be naturally derived ingredients from plants. So there are no, are they made with chemicals or, so that's a kind of a tricky question because essential oils are made up of chemical constituents. But besides like the chemical constituents that naturally occur in essential oils, there's not like added synthetics in them.
Nothing synthetic.
Nothing synthetic in this blend. It is all 100% naturally derived ingredients from plants that are in. So you will find, you know, extracts like CO2s or an oleo resin, extracts like that. You will find essential oils, and you could find essences in some of them, and isolates are in some of them as well. The ingredients are not listed. So the reason that it says natural fragrance, so I know that's confusing for some people, but because they contain other extracts as well as isolates, there's often a lot more ingredients in these than there would be in a normal blend. So the ingredients did not fit well on the back of the label. So, the legal way for us to say what the ingredients are is to put natural fragrance. That's the legal name, like the legal way for us to not have all the ingredients listed on the label. But that doesn't mean that they are synthetic or anything like that. They're still absolutely 100% natural occurring, derived ingredients from plants. But that's why it says natural fragrance, is because not all the ingredients were listed, and that is the correct and legal way to put the ingredients when we don't list these ingredients. These are considered natural fragrance ingredients. So that's how we have to label it when we are not putting each one of the ingredients on it.
Rebecca on Facebook actually posted a link to the blog post about isolates.
Yeah,
was
perfect.
Written. It's really, really good post about what isolates are.
Yeah. So one of the question is, can you explain isolates? So, I think our customers, hopefully you guys, I mean, I feel like Plant Therapy at least strives to do a really good job on educating you on what an essential oil is, right? And it's made up of these chemical constituents. So we've talked about linalool before, right? And linalool is found in like basil linalool. It's really high in lavender. It's what gives the therapeutic benefit of being like really relaxing, calming That's linalool. 1,8-cineol is a chemical constituent that is found in like rosemary, and menthol is found in, mints like peppermint. And so those are chemical constituents. So an isolate would be distilling or fractionating the essential oil, so you're left with just that one chemical constituent. So in one of the blends, I think it's Jubilation, but don't quote me on that. But it has linalool acetate in it. So that would have been from an essential oil that it's then fractionated or distilled basically over and over again until you are left with that one isolate or that one chemical constituent left. And what that does is it gives it that scent profile, as well as still having those therapeutic benefits, although, essential oils are made up of, sometimes hundreds of chemical constituents, and all of those together make up like the therapeutic benefit. So when you're removing an isolate, you're not going to have the full roundness that you would with the whole essential oil, but that isolate still has the therapeutic benefits. Did that make sense?
Yes.
That isolate still is therapeutic, but won't have the full roundness of therapeutic benefits like the whole essential oil would. So it's still going to be therapeutic, even in isolate, and these blends are absolutely still therapeutic, but they were formulated with the isolates, with the extracts, with the essential oils, specifically for scent purposes. So that's what separates this line from really any of our other blends. And I did see someone who asked about our seasonal blends, because we also formulate our seasonal blends for scent purposes over therapeutic. So it's very similar to that. The thing that separates the Evoke line is we have increased the amount of natural ingredients that we are using. So before, we have only used extracts and essential oils, right? Only the oleoresins, those kinds of extracts are only essential oils. Now we are adding in essences and we are adding in isolates into our Evoke line to give us more, a larger aromatic profile that we can pull from to create aromas that you've never experienced before. And that's what the Evoke line is. So it's pretty cool. So still therapeutic, still 100% naturally derived ingredients, naturally derived from plants. That's where the ingredients are come from. But the aromatic profile that we are pulling from gives you aromas that you would not be able to get just by using essential oils. Did I explain that okay?
I think so.
We're getting a lot of these on Instagram.
Good. Okay, let's see. Okay, so someone says, how are they different from the blends? I explained that we've just increased our pool of ingredients that we are using to include other things that are going to give the aroma profile, expand the aroma profile for us to get different scents. Which is why, even though these are therapeutic, which is why we are calling them a fragrance line, because they are meant and created for fragrant purposes, to make your home smell good, to create perfumes, to create body butters, lotions, home cleaning, whatever it is. These are going to be the blends that are a lot more intense in their aromas and have aroma profiles that you just cannot get with essential oils because you're just so limited with how many. You think about, let's say there's like 500 plants that you can get essential oils from, right? Excuse me. And then you add in some extracts where a plant you can't get an essential oil from. Most of the reason is because of the distillation process. It doesn't work with certain plants, right? So then you have extracts from those plants, and then you add in all of the isolates that make up the essential oils. Do you see how you have like the essential oils from plants and then extracts, and then you're adding like all these isolates? And that's why the aroma profile is so much larger when you bring in those isolates, because you're just expanding what we can use to create these really awesome smelling blends. So, okay.
They do smell pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different, I mean, it's just, the smells are just, you cannot create these scents just by using essential oils.
The thing that kind of, when we went to the peppermint farm and we watched, or we were able to see the oil just coming right out of the distillery, and it smelled different than I expected it would. And it's because a lot of those other constituents that were kind of contra to the smell of peppermint were still present. And they keep refining that until they get the flavoring. And stuff like that. Anyway, that was really helpful.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. You know, this like kind of fractionating of essential oils is often done for use for flavoring, right? So they're taking a peppermint essential oil, they're fractionating it to get off of all of those, you know, constituents that don't taste good, right? So they can really condense that peppermint taste, and that's what you're using, you know, that's what they're using in like toothpaste, and that's what, you know, they're using in drinks, and, you know, that's what they're using for flavoring. And so, I mean, this is done like all the time, and it's this natural ingredients, but it's just, you know, you're just kind of breaking it down into more condensed versions of the essential oils, all the way down to the isolate, which is a single chemical constituent. That's what an isolate is. A single chemical constituent that is basically condensed until that's all you have left. Debbie says, why so much patchouli in them? I mean, Debbie, because when we're talking about perfumes, you use patchouli, right? Although I did see a lot of discussion on Facebook today around patchouli, because I know not everybody loves patchouli, and this is like solely customer feedback that I saw, but basically what I saw is people that have already received them, they were saying that there's only one, and I would have to look back to see what it was, but there was only one that they could really actually separate the patchouli scent. The rest of them, they said they couldn't pick it up, and even though patchouli was one of the ingredients. So
see, I want to say when I went and smelled excuse me, the Thrive set. I think the Thrive set is the one that's got
it's
the
that,
more
like,
woodsy smells and stuff like that.
kind of. Yeah.
That was the. I was amazed at how different those three smelled. The one smelled very woodsy. There was another one that smelled very almost like citrusy. It was just amazing. I really liked the separation of the different smells there.
Yeah. Yeah. Roberta says, love me some patchouli. Okay, let's see. What other questions do you guys have? Oh, yes, Katrina's waiting, you guys. She was just...
There's a lot of questions on Instagram and also from the blog comments today about the possibility of scent cards like we did with the chakra line.
Yes. So I don't have an answer for you. I know some type of samples were discussed. I don't know if there is official plans in place to get, you know, samples available for you guys. So I don't have an answer for you. I know that has been discussed. And marketing, if anybody from the marketing team is listening, you know, if we can have an answer for the customers, that would be fantastic. Whether or not there is plans to officially move forward with some sampling of some sort.
I know they're actually looking at something that's better than
that the customer can actually use an actual sample.
Yeah, an actual. Yeah, and that's the tricky part is trying to find the best way to do that. But
yeah,
but
so we are looking into doing that. Yeah, but that's all I got for you. I don't have an official answer on that. Yes.
Because I give them my all is wondering what makes them not kid safe.
You know, that's a good question. I would have to look at each of the ingredients and see what ingredients possibly are not kid safe, but really there's just going to be, you know, an ingredient in there that just isn't recommended to use for kids, and that could be for topical reasons, you know, that could be for diffusion reasons. So if you email the aromatherapist at aromatherapist@planttherapy.com, they can give you the specific reason for each one of the blends. And also give you ideas on how to use them if you do have kids in the house, because I know that that's a concern. And one of the things with this too is because this wasn't formulated for therapeutic purposes, and it was made for perfume, even if you have kids in the house, right, you can still use these as a perfume on yourself. And I think that's, you know, one of the things that kind of separated. So when we're formulating, we always try to make it kid safe whenever possible. And it wasn't a priority with these because we did create these for fragrant purposes, that there are a lot of different ways that you can use them in that purpose that won't affect, you know, that won't matter if you have kids in the house or not. So, but if you have questions on how to do that, email aromatherapist@planttherapy.com and they can give you some specific instructions.
Alex down in the store made Vanessa a little roll-on today. So these do need to be diluted, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They're undiluted, so you can use them. Diffuse them. You can add them to body care products, to cleaning products. You can, create perfumes with them to make yourself smell beautiful. A lot of ways. They can all be diffused or used topically. Any other questions on Instagram?
Let me scroll up here and see. I don't think so. I'm looking, guys.
Nora says,
have
do
a
they need a
question.
carrier oil? Yes, they are undiluted, so they will need to be diluted.
Can you get sensitized like with essential oils?
Absolutely. So guys, keep in mind, if you go and read the ingredients list on here, 99% or 98, I don't actually know the percentage, maybe 80% of each of the blends are essential oils. So we're not using some crazy unique things. These are essential oil blends that also include some extracts, but we've slowly been introducing more and more extracts to our line. So anything that's not technically considered an essential oil, like an oleo resin, that would be an extract, a CO2 would be an extract. So they contain essential oils, extracts. I think a lot of you are familiar with those as well, and then the isolates. But there's really only like one or two of them that have like one isolate in it. So the majority is essential oils. There are plans, of course, to eventually expand this. So just like our Kid Safe line, right? This is going to be like a full line of products under the Evoke by Plant Therapy line, and so we will continue to introduce you to more isolates and some other cool, unique things that we will educate you on the whole step of the whole process. So you guys aren't confused, and we want to make sure that you're educated and know exactly what we're selling you, so you can make the decision on if you want it or not.
Are these particular fragrances sticking around, or are they more like our seasonal blends?
Nope. This Evoke is an official line of Plant Therapy now. Yep. Let's see. If you have any questions about safety concerns, because I know some of the extracts and the isolates you're not as familiar with. So a lot of the single ones, you can go to the product single page and look at it if we sell the single. But if you have any questions about safety or anything like that that's not on the product page, email aromatherapist at aromatherapist@planttherapy.com, and they can easily answer those questions for you.
What about GCMS reports for these?
I assume that they're on the website.
So there should be GCMS reports for these.
Oh wait, no, because they're a blend. We don't post blend GCMS reports.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the reason for that is because right now we don't make big enough batches of all of our blends to do batch-specific GCMS reports. So although Plant Therapy has GCMS reports for our blends, they aren't batch-specific right now, and so that's why we don't provide them. But all of the single products that we use in all of our blends are absolutely batch-specific GCMS tested. But then we don't do batch-specific blend GCMS testing, and this is a blend. So yeah, sorry, I was like, why wouldn't it? But that's why. Whoa, I almost lost my mind there.
Cal Daniels is asking if the fragrance is stronger, which I'm assuming compared to one of our essential oil blends.
So, it depends. I wouldn't say it's necessarily stronger, but it's more in depth. That's how I think I would say it. So it's not like you would open this and be like, oh my gosh, that's so intensely strong compared to an essential oil, but it's going to be a lot more in depth than any of our blends would be. Essential oil blends would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would totally agree with that statement.
Yeah. Tammy says, do they have therapeutic blends or just for scents? So they absolutely would be therapeutic, but that's not what they were blended for, and that's not how we are selling them to you as. But you can go and look at all the individual oils and because it has the ingredients, so you can copy and paste, post it on the website, pull up the individual ones, or do Google searches, and you can learn the therapeutic value properties of each of the individual products, and then decide, hey, this one might be really good for emotional concerns, or this one might be really good for this. But we created them specifically for aroma purposes, and that's how we're selling and educating you guys on them as well.
In a diffuser, do you use them the same way as you would one of our regular oils?
Yep, you would. Is shelf life the same as the essential oil? So the shelf life of the blend will be, it's since it's not a single essential oil, I don't know if we have the shelf life posted on these, but email the aromatherapist at aromatherapist@planttherapy.com and they can let you know the shelf life. But it's different because the shelf life of a blend you have to take into consideration the shelf life of each and how they interact with each other and stuff. So that's different than just saying like the shelf life compared to a single oil. But let's see. One more question. Danny, have you seen anything which I...
Are the kits geared one towards men and one towards women? Would you say that?
If I was to say that, this one is, I don't know. If I had to, I would choose this one, but it's not geared towards men. It's not like, we formulate it specifically geared towards men. But it has like more of those like deeper kind of, maybe
smoky,
muskier, woodsy, more scents in here. A lot of people have said it reminds them of like different alcohol drinks. Like, I don't know, you get kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
And this one's going to be a bit brighter, more exciting. Not like, ooh, exciting, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I imagine this is like a dark forest, and this one's, more like a beach or something.
Yeah, like
if you had to separate the two. I don't know.
Don't let the pink throw you off. Or the blue. It's not.
Yeah.
You just have to smell them.
Yeah. But even like, celebrate versus thrive, even the names were picked perfectly for this specific sense within these sets. So.
Do you have a favorite yet?
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, see, I still don't know the names of. I'll open it up and smell it, and I'm like, oh, I love this one. I'll put it down. And
and the thing is, like when we were finalizing these blends, right? I was smelling them a ton, but then they went into production, and I don't smell them, and so I would need to sit down with each of them and re-smell them and stuff. Yeah. So, okay, you guys ready for a giveaway?
Let's do it.
And we may or may not be giving away these Evoke oils. Does Danny have a favorite yet? Danny? We're going to get back. On Friday, we're going to come back and tell you all of our favorites.
I think my favorite is, I can't see it, but in the Thrive set.
Zest?
I think it's Zest. But
Do you have a favorite? Do you know your favorite, Katrina?
I don't know yet. I need to sit down with them more.
Yeah.
They're very unique smells.
Yeah. I will tell you, when we were kind of narrowing them down to what ones, because we have a ton, formulated and blended, and then we narrowed them down to the 6 that we wanted to sell initially, right? These 6 right here. And I remember when people were smelling them, just like the responses you got, because it's so different than essential oils. Because that profile, again, that aromatic profile, just, you can increase the circle of smells that you can use, and it's so different. And there are just a ton of people that were really like surprised and just super excited, honestly, right? Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what you can do. Okay, so here's your question. You will have until midnight tonight to leave your answer in the comment section of the live video to be entered into the giveaway. And your giveaway question is, how do you get an isolate?
The blog is a great place to go get some of that information.
Yeah, so I explained it a little bit on this live, but if you go to the blog, Danny, do you want to go with me?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to go to the blog and I'm going to show you what blog post it is. Right here, isolates, what you need to know. This explains a lot about the Evoke line and isolates and what we include. And so right here, this is the section. How do you get an isolate?
Yeah,
That's your answer.
Pretty awesome.
So, how do you get an isolate? Should we choose like 3 winners?
Sure.
Let's choose 3 winners and let's give them the whole 6 set.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Deal? Let's get these babies out there. And then you guys can brag to everyone. So we're going to be choosing 3 winners, and each winner is going to get all 6 oils from our Evoke line.
Ooh, I'm seeing some good answers already. Dang, you guys
Yeah.
are fast.
Okay,
Copy and paste.
so this recap. So that is Evoke. You can find more on the blog. That was a very exciting recap.
I know, I'm sorry. It's a
But
short
we are
recap.
really excited about Evoke. That isolate blog post will help. If I didn't answer your questions, it will hopefully help answer your questions. And again, please always email cs@planttherapy.com or aromatherapist@planttherapy.com, and they are happy to answer your questions. But it's pretty cool. We're really excited to help continue to educate you guys on these extracts, on isolates, and allow you to see what amazing concoctions we can come up with and aromas we can come up with by using these other naturally derived plant extracts and isolates. Okay, don't forget to like, share this video, especially if you know someone who's had a question on our Evoke line and they weren't able to join this video. Share it with them, tag them in it so that they can see, and you can also share the isolates blog post link with them. And then what else? We'll be back on Friday at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and we are going to be, it's our Essential Friday, so we have a DIY for you. If you have any other questions about Evoke, bring them there, and Danny and I and Katrina, all of us, maybe Jerry too, we'll all have our favorite Evoke ones. She's shaking her head. Yes, we'll all have. We'll let you know some of our favorite oils from the Evoke line. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you found this insightful, because it is Insightful Wednesday, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we will see you back Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Bye, guys.